You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us again this afternoon, I'm so excited to have Michelle Cagle back and Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, both with Circle of Life Hospice Foundation. You've been here many times before, but we're so glad to have you back. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
So first and foremost, let's talk about Circle of Life Hospice Foundation. This is such a great nonprofit in our community, providing hospice care to those at the end of their life who cannot afford it. And why is there that need? Why this foundation?
Well, there's many people in this community that do not have family to take care of them, don't have the means to pay for room and board, caregiving, and assisted living, and there's just that gap. Medicare pays for hospice, pays for home health, but it does not pay for room and board. So we opened this in June of 2024, and we have served 117 people. We just celebrated our second year, and many people, Chaz will tell you, we turn away a lot of people. It's the underserved that don't have the means and don't have the family.
That just breaks my heart because everybody deserves a dignified death, right, Chaplain?
Absolutely. They deserve hope, peace, and dignity at the end of life, and we're able to provide that.
So with 117 in 2 years, you have a home, the Lawrence J. Weiss Hospice Guest House. And this guest house is a phenomenal location for these folks. Explain the guest house and how it came to be.
So the guest house was actually donated to us by Dr. Lawrence J. Weiss. He's a board member, and he just gave us the house and said, let's get this started a couple of years ago. And it's a very small house, but we are able to serve 4 patients at any given time, or 4 guests at any given time. And as you can see, the average length of stay is like 14, 15 days, and the need's always there. We turn people away all the time, but the ones that we do get to serve and love, they do not die alone, and they do not die in any pain whatsoever.
Why is it important, Chaplain Chaz, that they don't die alone?
Well, it's important because there's a lot of things that happen at the end of life. There's things such as not being able to administer medication to themselves and having terminal agitation and not being comfortable and in pain. And so to be able to have that presence of somebody there to help with keeping you clean, even hygiene care, is so critical. And there's so many gaps in our care where people cannot afford that. Like Michelle said, there's people that are dying at the CARES campus, or that don't want to die at the hospital, or don't have family to be there for them. And so home hospice is not really an option. And so we've provided that, and we're just so excited to be able to continue this mission forward.
Absolutely. And with the Lawrence J. Weiss Hospice Guest House, you do have plans of expansion. So go into your plans for the guest house.
So our plan is that we will add on to the house and ultimately be able to serve 6 people at any given time. We do have some funds set aside from a donor, and we're working on trying to get that matched, and so we can get an architect to draw the plan and go forward. So we're constantly fundraising. This is something that it's 100% community funded donations, grants, and we don't charge a person a single thing. So all the care at the house, the bed, is absolutely free to the family and to the guest.
Can I ask, what is the average cost of hospice per day? So if you're saying that you've treated 117 people, average stay is 15 days, what are the numbers behind that?
So it works out to be we spend about $5,600 per guest for their room and board and their stay there.
Per day?
Per month.
Per month. Okay.
Now, having said that, if they weren't in the house and weren't paying, and they were at home or they were at a group home, it can range anywhere from between $7,000 to $15,000, depending on level of care. Right. But the hospice is covered by Medicare. The nursing and the clinical part is covered by Medicare. It is just the house that they're lacking, and somebody to care for them and keep them clean and keep them medicated.
Well, and I bring that up because now we are going to talk about a fundraising effort that you have, and it's nostalgic, so hopefully you at home will remember Bowling for Dollars. So let's talk about Bowling for Dollars and then what our goal is with this fundraiser.
So we are excited about Bowling for Dollars. We've been talking about it for a long time. I remember Bowling for Dollars when I was a young girl. when I lived in LA, and I think a lot of the major markets did it on their local news. So we've rented out the entire National Bowling Stadium on August 8th, and we have 76 lanes, and we pretty much own the bowling stadium for the day. We've got access to a hidden speakeasy that will be having some music and appetizers and a cash bar. And our goal is that we can just sell out all 76 lanes, and that will actually be able to raise quite a bit of money, as opposed to the gala, which was very successful, but there's a lot of work involved with the gala.
Yeah.
And this is a fun family night, maybe a team builder for companies to come. And we're going to have some silent auctions, but we're also going to have some ways to make money. Each team will actually have an envelope to raise money however they wish to participate, put money in the envelope for strikes or spares. And then at the end of the night, whatever team raised the most money across the board, all 76 lanes, they'll win 25% of the pot, which could be several thousands of dollars. So we're just going to have fun, and we don't have to get dressed up like we do for the
right.
gala. Yeah,
that's the best part, right?
Yeah.
And now with this too, I mean, you've got parking. If you haven't tried the food at the bowling stadium, I mean, the food is legit. It is good. I was just recently at an event there. So what are your needs? How do people sign up? How do companies sign up? And do you have to have a team, or could you sign up as an individual?
You could sign up as an individual, and we'll sign you a team, but we are hoping that people will come together with a team of 5, and they can go to our website at colhospice.com and click on the Bowling for Dollars link, and it explains all of how to be a team, how to add on extra VIP wristband to be able to go into the speakeasy. Also vendors. We have vendors can come and not bowl, but set up, we have the whole stadium. So anybody who wants to come and showcase their company. And of course, free parking, which is huge. So the entire parking structure will be reserved for our bowlers that day.
All right. Do not miss it. Bowling for Dollars, August 8th.
Yes.
August 8th at the National Bowling Stadium. For vendor information or team information, that is colhospice.com. Thank you both so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're watching 2+ U Nevada.